the Denver Zoo did something that led to the death of a black man. And you know what they gave him? A plaque. I kid you not. 10 years ago, a man named Alonzo Ashley, let's put up his picture. He was killed. A black family was finally issued an apology from a Denver Zoo official a decade after their loved one died at their establishment following a confrontation with police. So let me give you some background as to what happened. And 10 years later, they give the family a plaque, okay? July 18th, 2011. Mr. Ashley was visiting the zoo with his girlfriend's family when he reportedly started displaying strange behavior and hurried to the nearest water fountain. The 29-year-old was spotted by a zoo volunteer who called for police, who, when they arrived, tackled the man and shocked him with a stun gun. The death was caused by cardiorespiratory arrest, initially brought on by heat, dehydration, as well as the exertion that took place during the struggle between the officers and the victim. Now, I want you to understand what's happening here. He was having a heat stroke. No one really knew exactly what was wrong, but he knew he needed water. He's having a heat stroke. They come, they tackle him. He exerts even more energy, sweating more. He dies. They kill him. He just needed some water, okay? 8 officers were involved in Mr. Ashley's death. None were charged or faced any disciplinary action from the Denver Police Department. 5 years after his death, his family was awarded a whopping $295,000 to settle the lawsuit they brought against the department. Many black residents in the community boycotted the establishment. On the anniversary of Ashley's death, members of the Denver Justice Project would head to the zoo and hand out water as a reminder of the incident, the tragic incident. Zoo officials asked protesters to leave the zoo's plaza and eventually had them barred from the premises completely. So here's what the zoo has decided to do. They have kicked out the protesters. They have kicked out the peaceful people giving water to folks just to remind them this zoo contributed to the death of a black man who simply wanted water. And so the zoo, they say, here's our remedy. And this is what they gave the family. They issued a plaque. Well, isn't that big of them? A plaque. Jordan, your thoughts?
I've got a friend who lives in Denver, and he shares your political views, I think, as well as mine. And he calls people like this in Denver the Patagonia Democrats, where this type of like sympathy and activism is purely an aesthetic. Here you had protesters and demonstrators and organizers just trying to, hey, like we're trying to remind you of what happened. We want to fight systemic injustice. We're here to hand out water bottles. Not disruptive at all whatsoever. They kick them out and put up a plaque, so they cover their butts, they pat themselves in the back, despite being like the place where this whole thing went down and had a role in it. I cannot think of anything more superficial in response to a tragic outcome than this.
Right, and then man, to add injury to insult, let's put the plaque up again. Let's put it up again, okay? That's a sorry ass plaque. In the world of plaques, I mean, just think about it. Look at what this, come on, man. The family deserves much more. The activists who are continuing to go there every year to remind everyone of what happened, that's substantive. That's education, that's informational, okay? That's engagement. This sorry ass plaque does absolutely nothing for the family, nor the continuation of education against those that are bigoted against black and brown people in America.